Did you not count me in? Am I live? What is going on, chat? I love to see the love already. We have a total of 80 people here ready to go watch some wonderful Muay Thai action. Man, today we've got a wonderful bracket here set up. We're going to have Blake Taylor versus Has Boys, Sick Colt versus Doctor on one side of the tournament bracket. And then I tell you what, those two fights right there already starting things off. And remember, guys, this is free. You're getting this for free. Fantastic showing so far. Izzy, let me ask you, brother, making your commentary debut, let's shake off those butterflies. Let's get fired up. How are we feeling about those first two matchups we have on the bracket here?
We feel phenomenal. We've got strikers and we've got grapplers. And when it comes to the grapplers, they've got a point to prove. They don't just dive for the legs. They can punch and they can kick. So with Slick Colt, who is a notorious single-leg bailer, he wants to show to the world that he's not just that. He's not just an exploit. He can strike with the best.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense right there. Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing here, too. In Muay Thai, man, you can use your clinch a little bit. Remember, there's no submissions, nothing of the sort. Now, Ed, if you wouldn't mind for us, brother, these rules might be confusing to some, not confusing to us in the diehard fans of the ESFL Muay Thai experience. Ed, explain those rules for me, brother.
Okay, everyone, so first I want to say welcome back to the second installment of the 8OX tournament series. This time we're on the Xbox side. Last week we had the PlayStation side with Suave Jamie bringing home the title as the first ever tournament champion for 8OX ESFL Network Muay Thai card tournament ding, basically. So basically what this tournament is, it's sort of a modified stand and bang, sort of modified dynamic rule set that leads for some very interesting matchups. So we'll go ahead, we'll list out all the rules, what makes it so special and what makes it so unique. So Muay Thai rules. This is called 8OX. 8 for the art of 8 limbs. 8 acts as the B in the word box. There's a 3 knockdown rule. If you are knocked down 3 times, you must accept the out cold knockout. You must do the respect taunt and you must get front kicked, overhanded, any strike to win the fight. That is it. 3 knockdowns and you're out. That's the only way you can win. 3 knockdowns, out cold, or by decision. No jumping on knockdowns. There's no grappling at all. You're allowed to clinch, use clinch punches, knees, elbows, anything of the sort, even trips, but you must not follow up on any sort of groundwork. And the last rule is that it's created fighters only. So we're going to see a lot of different, what are they called, archetypes? Lots of different archetypes involved in this tournament tonight, especially on the Xbox side. It's going to be a bit more dynamic than the PlayStation side for sure. But yeah, without further ado, I want to take a look at the bracket tonight.
So let me just kick things off with the first fight. I want to talk about this unique matchup we have right here. We have a counter striker in Blake Taylor who likes to be on the back foot. You know, he embraces it. He embraces being on the back foot, while the other guy, Has Boys, is a boxer that's heavy on his lead foot. He doesn't like to go backwards. He'll come in with a 1-2 or the hook uppercut, and you know, in my opinion, that might favor Blake Taylor in this matchup. So the second fight would be Slick Colt versus Doctor. G, what do you think of that matchup?
Hey, man, look, when it comes to these two guys, they love their pressure, but they're also pretty good at their counter-striking, man. That's going to be a very, very common deal here. When you have to throw hands, when you have to deal with the striking aspect of the game, you can kind of go away from your grappling mindset and just come out, go forward, put your nose down, Izzy. I got to be honest, I can't be biased here on commentary, man, but I got a good feeling about it. Hopefully we see my outcome happen. And now, Izzy, after that, we're going to have Trixie versus Great Myth. Man, can you believe that matchup here for free on ESFL 8OX Muay Thai 2. Now, Ed, let me ask you about Trixie versus Great Mist. How are we feeling about that matchup, man?
So on Great Mist, I've really not got too many notes on a lot of these Xbox guys, but if he's been selected for this tournament, that means he's good and he's ready to put on a show for everybody here tonight. But Trixie, 100%. Wow, Trixie, the man himself, the haptic hero via UFC 3, coming back to prove himself tonight. He's definitely one of the favourites in this tournament alongside Blake Taylor, one of the top guys over there on the Xbox side. We're going to see if he can put on a show under the lights tonight against Great Mist. Like I said, once again, not got too many notes on Great Mist, but I know Trixie is a very, very good player, and we're going to see if he can pull through. This next one, Dirty Dave 859 versus Pablo Grips, aka Dev Raider. I believe that is Dev Raider. We all know Dev Raider, very well known member of the community, loves to float around the Discord all the time. Not too sure about Dirty Dave, lots of unknown faces for me on this one. How about you, Drew? You know any of these people here? Lots of these unknown dark horses. This might be something in your field.
Yeah, man, I'm seeing a lot of love for Dev. I'm seeing a lot of love for Blake Taylor. And again, guys, I mean, this is the great thing.
Yeah, Blake
about
is amazing, man.
tournaments.
Blake is amazing. Definitely my favorite for the tournament, but
100%. Yeah, that's the great thing about these 8OX tournaments, man. You get a bunch of guys who aren't relatively unwell known, but they definitely haven't made their stand here in the ESFL. So they really get an opportunity to come in and show out and really show what they've got. Izzy, look, man, the guy with the notes, this guy's first time on commentary. Again, can we get a big round of applause, a chat in here? This guy is doing what he loves.
Let's go, Izzy.
It's a huge opportunity. Izzy, what do you think about Dirty Dave versus Pablo Grips, brother?
Oh, I think Izzy's been KO'd unconscious, so I say we just go straight into the fight. What do you think, Jiri?
Yeah, hey, man, that sounds great. And again,
Alright, let's just go into the fight.
We do have channel predictions. Remember, guys, that is for you to gamble. Okay, guys, so let's get our gambling game going right here. Let's use those channel points. Looks like Blake Taylor is going to be a huge favorite in this first matchup, man. This is going to be a very tough one here if you're Hasbro's. And you got to think, the biggest thing with this 8OX tournament is it is capped. So it's create a fighter. Like you mentioned before, there's many different archetypes. As we're going to see Boxer Powerhouse. Blake Taylor seems to have locked in Boxer Powerhouse. Now, again, Boxer Powerhouse is going to have a decent chin. And he's going to go against Boxer Sniper. Now, Sniper has that big Celtic cross on his rear straight. So we're going to see a good little matchup here. I got to say, obviously, the health stats are going to favor Blake Taylor here. But Hash Bars is going to definitely have the ability to do big damage with that big Celtic cross. Now, Ed, with that matchup, how are you feeling about it? I mean, what's the difference here between these two calf styles?
Man, I'm really not too sure about all the details on the calf styles. I'm more, in tune with the sort of players these guys are. And if I know anything about Blake Taylor, is that he's one of the cleanest strikers that I've played. He plays very similar to myself. That classic southpaw, Conor McGregor, body heavy, slip counter, head movement style, which is just beautiful to watch. I know that's something Blake has mastered. And it's very difficult to deal with once you have done it. And Blake is doing a good job pot shotting early in this first round here. As Boybs, with that beautiful afro of his, looking like he's part of the Jackson 5. Putting in a few combos here early, is he?
Blake likes to pick his shots, so even though the Powerhouse may be slow, he is powerful. So when Blake finds those counters he loves to find, that might go in his favor, even though the Powerhouse is slower than the Sniper.
Yeah, 100% there, Izzy. And again, like I know Ed had mentioned something about the body work. You got to be careful working the body in this 8OX tournament. Remember, guys, it's a 3 knockdown rule. Body drops early on in the fight just necessarily don't happen that often. We saw that happen with Suave Jamie. He was pretty much ruling the entire fight, working the body, but then he gets dropped 3 times with the head strike. So we're definitely going to have to see a little bit of a style change here for Blake Taylor if he wants to get those early 3 drops that everybody really wants. We're seeing a big hook selection here for Blake Taylor. Hasbro's is actually doing a good job of pushing the initiative, taking a lot of damage to his block as he gets a big rear hook counter to the head there. Now, Ed, we're seeing this here. Blake Taylor doing a good job not letting Hasbro's dictate the action and kind of pushing forward into his pressure. Good head movement there again. Now, Ed, is this something that he's going to have to continue? Do you think you start doing a little more head hunting here for Hasbro's, kind of mix in your striking? Wonderful Muay Thai arena, Ed. How are we feeling about this fight so far?
I mean, yeah, the point you made, you're absolutely right on that. And Blake has been doing that in the last minute or so, trying to focus on the head. As you know that, what do you call it? Blake and Suave Jamie are really good friends. That's why I say, that's why I'm seeing the jab lead hook straight to the head is landing beautifully. You saw it just again there. That is Suave Jamie's bread and butter, and I believe Blake is a part of the TD group. So they use that all the time. It's a very good combo, very good block breaking combo. And Blake's pulling it off beautifully right here, just staying behind his jab, beautiful frame traps, and look at that head health. Izzy, man, You can see that head coming down. You can see what I can see.
One thing to watch out for is Hasbibs almost exclusively throws his shots coming forward. That plays into the favor of the counter-striking Blake Tyler. So that's why we see the huge damage coming in for Blake, because if he's countering while Hasbibs is coming in, the damage
there's the
is
first rock.
Beautiful. As we see right there.
Yeah, that was a big rock there to the head. It's gonna do a lot of damage to Hasbros, and if I'm Hasbros, I gotta be careful here with my block. Maybe start utilizing a little more head movement there to avoid that block breaking strategy that Blake Taylor has obviously come out here and said, hey, look, brother, I'm coming, I'm taking down your block, I'm gonna set you up in the later rounds. If we do go to the judges' scorecards, which I have a feeling these two are fighting at such a high pace, I don't see that happening. Blake Taylor definitely won that round.
Beautiful block counter right there.
People in the chat, we'd really like to give everybody a heads up. Use those channel points. Gamble, gamble, gamble. Now, Ed, I know you had something to say here, brother. You see a wonderful combo there. Rear uppercut as Hasbro's doing a lot of damage to his head.
Yeah, I am just seeing Blake flowing right now with the frame traps. His timing is beautiful. He's really got Hasbibs coming forward, just trying to break his block, and that, you know, Hasbibs needs to just take a step back and understand that that is just exactly what Blake wants. When you're coming forward, throwing hooks, throwing combos, Blake's so easy for Blake to just pick his moments, and we can see that right now. Every time Hasbibs is coming in now in the second round, his head is flashing. That beautiful afro of his is going to be on the canvas very soon if he continues to do this game plan. I think he should stay back, start working the leg kicks, and try and win the rounds back. Because obviously, going strike for strike with Blake, he's just going to lose. He's there you go. He's been rocked again, and he's down. And he's down. That's the first knockdown. Blake Tyler gets one knockdown, and this could be the beginning of the end here. Nice slip back there from Hasbibs. Beautiful.
I mean, if you're Hasbibs, what do? You block slow, your head health is low. If you come in, you get intercepted. If you stay outside, you get picked apart. What can you do?
Beautiful. That's the second knockdown. Yeah, this is really difficult. And when you're against Blake Tyler, there's not much you can do. I know Blake tried to go for that slip counter right there, and there we go. That's the fight. That's it.
Third knockdown. He goes
That's
for
it.
the
GG.
respect animation and gets knocked out with a beautiful rear hook. People who gambled on Blake Tyler to get the job done, congratulations. Not a huge payout there, as he was a huge favorite. 90 people in chat so far,
90
guys.
people.
That is how we start things off in the ESFL, with a big rear hook knockout after Blake Tyler did a good job getting the 3 knockdown. Very, very good start.
Beautiful,
there.
Blake.
Everybody,
love that, mate.
We're gonna move on over to Sick Coleman. Ed, Izzy, where are we here, man? Could you imagine a cooler matchup here in this 8OX tournament Muay Thai rules setup?
Man, yeah, that is a great matchup. I want to just talk about this Blake fight for just a little bit longer. I mean, what we saw there was a classic technique versus pressure. Blake just being really confident with his timing, all that good stuff, and Hasbibs not being able to find his openings and just getting picked apart by Blake. He had his moments, he landed a few good shots, but that was just Blake Tyler all over. Respect to Hasbibs though. We know he is mainly a grappler when we see him fighting in the ESFL, so fair play for him standing with Blake as long as he did. But yeah, like you were saying, Jerry, let's move on to our next fight. Let's power through this, shall we? We'll go straight into fight number 2. Slick Colt, B4AP, built for a purpose, against Doctor. I was wondering, Doctor what? Doctor Doolittle? Doctor anything?
Doctor Doom.
It's Doctor
I'm
Who?
Sure he'll say.
Doctor Who?
Doom, Doctor Damage. Yeah, 100%. Izzy's first time on commentary, doing a fantastic job. Again, chat, let's give a round of applause for the man.
Let's
Izzy,
go,
I know you said you
Isward,
have
part
a
of the
little bit
EPF.
of, notes here.
So when I watched film on Doctor, what I noticed was that every time, you know, the striking got a little tough, instead of mixing things up on the feet, he decided to shoot for the takedown. Now, obviously that is a great strategy in MMA, but when you do not have that option and you are forced to make the adjustment on the feet, it's going to be very interesting to see how he can handle the, you know, forced adjustment and not being able to mix it up completely into another dimension of the fight game, which would be the grappling. Slick himself is also a grappler, but he said with a passion, just because I single leg bailed somebody once does not mean I cannot strike. I do not know why people think I cannot strike. So Even in his last ESFL bout, we saw this man is competent on the feet. So this should be a fight for two, MMA fighters looking to prove that they can bang on the feet as well.
Yeah, very good point there. As we're seeing both of them kind of hovering over Boxer Powerhouse, and they're going to go with it. Very, very good strategy here for this 8OX rule set. Again, it is a 3 knockdown rule for the new people who joined in to watch. 3 knockdown rule. If you get knocked down 3 times in this Muay Thai rule set, you got to give the respect animation and get straight hook knocked out. Now, Ed Parker, coming into this matchup right here, brother, we're seeing that Boxer Powerhouse kind of doing what it does. We're going to have strong chins and we're going to have powerful hooks. We saw the Boxer Sniper didn't necessarily work out, so maybe this Powerhouse might be something we're going to see during this.
Yeah, definitely. We know Slick Colt loves his hooks. He loves his single leg bails. Obviously, he can't be doing that in this tournament. However, you know, oh, look at that slip hook. There you go. You just said it there. Oh my god, man. That was okay. We started fast. Fair enough, Slick Colt. You know, Slick Colt's known as a grappler, the single leg bailer, but forget we saw him absolutely dismantle El Dino on the feet in previous installments of the game. So this man can strike. Dino's one of the most decorated strikers on Xbox for sure. For him to get a win on that is amazing. But like I said, this is a different game now. Dino just looking really good right now with the pressure, slip, rear hook, lead uppercut to ooh, elbow there. Man, this is just too fast. This is just too good.
The head health is not looking good already for Doctor. Doctor will really have to change his plan up immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. You gotta be able to have a plan B here, especially in this Muay Thai rule set. Again, it's a 3 knockdown rule set. Gotta be careful here not to dish out too much head damage. But
oh, he's down again.
He's looking very good as he gets a second knockdown. My goodness, this is just, and there it is.
That's
unbelievable. 3 knockdowns in the first 2 minutes. Goes for the big front kick, flexes a little bit. We're gonna expect a, there it is, flying knee knockout. No respect there against Doctor. Man, that's disrespectful. You love to see it though, as a big flying knee finish. My goodness, that has got to be the fastest knockout in this 8OX tournament. 3 knockdowns, gets the big win with the flying knee. Congratulations, Slick. That was a big win there as he moves on to the semifinals of this great tournament. Ed Parker, big knockout there, brother. That's got to be disheartening if you're watching that from another side. Hey, I hope I don't have to run into that guy. That's what I'm thinking. I tell you that much. I'm not even fighting in the tournament.
Yeah, that was just sort of straight to the point there from Slick Colt. There was no hanging about. I think like the first 15-20 seconds of the fight, you saw a beautiful slip hook rear uppercut which rocked him. Nice 3-piece combination ending in a head kick to make the first knockdown, and that was really it. It was just sort of snowballed from there, and there wasn't really much Doctor Who could do. Couldn't really bring out a sonic screwdriver and make his chin a bit stronger. But yeah, that was all Slick Colt. Slick Colt's a very experienced player, maybe just a bit too much for Doctor Who to handle tonight. You know, this is under the lights. This is my first time hearing of him. Maybe this is his first time competing. But yeah, it's fighting a guy as experienced in competition as Slick Colt is a big ask for anyone to do. 100%. So fair enough, man. It is what it is. Slick Colt's a beast. You can't. There's no shame in losing to that guy.
Izzy, that looked like a complete and utter domination, one-sided matchup there, to say the least. Izzy, can we imagine these first 2 fights as a precursor for the rest of this tournament? How lucky are the chat?
They're truly lucky, and if any one of them doubted that, Slick Colt is more than just a single leg bailer, there's the proof. This man can truly strike, as he just dominated start to finish, gave his opponent no chance at all. Maybe have the quickest, knockout we're gonna have tonight. This man is truly somebody to look out for.
Scary work there, as we're going to go straight into the 3rd matchup. Trixie versus Great Miss. Now Izzy, first time on commentary, doing a fantastic job. 102 people in the chat watching and enjoying. Make sure to use those channel points. The man with the plan, Izzy, what are your notes for this one here, man? We're seeing a featherweight matchup.
Let me just stop you there, Jiri and Izzy. Before we do that, let's take a look at the updated bracket on the stream itself first, just so we can get a little outlook on what we've been doing so far. So here's the updated bracket for you guys. The first half of this tournament has been completed. We had a beautiful performance by Blake Tyler, nice and clean, and then another quick knockout by Slick Colt. So 2 dominant performances, by these two top players on Xbox. We're going to see them go head to head in the first semi-final. Blake Tyler versus Slip Cole. That is a sick matchup right there. But sorry for interrupting you. Back to the third fight, Trixie versus Great Mist. Let's just go straight into it.
Alright, when it comes to the Great Mist, I asked him, Great Mist, what's your style like? And he told me he's a, counter-heavy striker. But doing my homework, that's not what I saw. I think he might have put some misinformation there. What I saw was he's a pressure fighter that slips hooks and has a leg kick. Nothing too unique, but very, very effective. That might, while Trixie is a veteran, this style, wasn't the, most effective in UFC 3. So that might catch him off guard.
Yeah, very true. Very good point here as we see one side knocking in the boxer showboat archetype.
Trixie
and then we're going to have a kickboxer sniper, both having 4-star kickboxing combinations. We're going to see good uppercuts from the showboat. And then maybe he sees that lead ad kicks employed as we're moving straight into the fight here. Both fighters meeting each other in the middle of the octagon, not wanting to give up any ground as we see a big knee there from Great Misty. Yeah, if I'm Great Misty, that's the best thing to do right now. Put the pressure on him, use my showboat abilities, have my 4-star kickboxing combinations, and let him fly. So we're seeing a good little bit of body work here. Ooh,
nice spin kick to the body. That was huge.
That's big right there. Yeah, I mean, that completely changes the whole complexion of the fight. You start working that body, not necessarily a knockdown there, but it definitely starts taxing the other person's stamina and changes the outlook. See a big head kick missed there. First time we're seeing the clinch employed in this tournament. Interestingly, we're in a Muay Thai tournament, and this is the first time we're seeing the clinch as we see Trixie getting right out of it, though, is he? Starting it off very, very fast right here as he denies that trip. Good denial there, going in for that lead hook. Izzy, where are we looking at right here, man? Are your notes coming true? Are we seeing a counter puncher? Because I don't think we are. I see we're a pressure boxer.
Pressure boxer with a leg kick and a slip hook, very effective. But up until this point, we don't really see somebody, getting in front.
Yeah, very good point now, Ed. What were you saying right there, brother? As we see a big sway uppercut. That does a lot of damage there. Vulnerability at an all-time high.
Yeah, so I saw Great Miss YT land a nice peachy head kick on the dome of Trixie. It seems to be more of a back and forth fight. Great Miss YT implementing the clinch, like you said. Beautiful forward moving slip hook right there. Looking to be quite a barn burner. Maybe it's going to go on for longer than most. Yeah, no rocks, no knockdowns yet from either guy. Beautiful pull counter there from Great Miss.
As you say that.
Wow, this is it. It's going to be it.
There. First knockdown.
First knockdown, that's done.
Blocks flashing.
Yeah, that was very, very well done. That almost looked like you out there throwing that huge body to head combination as we're seeing a big switch kick to the body. That body health is starting
chewed up, man. Look at that stamina too, Jerry. And that's coming from the trips too. Look at that, Trixie's whiffing.
Right there.
Trixie's whiffing big.
Gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, Trixie is whiffing big. That body health is so low, and Great Miss is just bringing it all out. This is round number 1. Izzy, how many fights have me and you had, mate? We've had maybe 200-300 fights, just constantly working the body each time. When you have this low stamina and this low body health in the first round against someone who's really good at working your body, it only ends one way, in sadness. So there we go, beautiful pull counter uppercut there, some more body work, switching to the, and that's it, it's knocked out. Wow.
My gosh, Great Misty with a huge rear roundhouse kick to the head, knocks him out cold. He said 3 knockdown rule. Who? I'm going to put this guy on the mat. He's tasting that beautiful Kumite canvas. My goodness, can you ask for a better outcome than that? Chat,
this fight was
100 people in there. How do we feel about that huge roundhouse fight? Izzy, say what you think there, brother. My goodness.
This fight was very back and forth until it wasn't. Suddenly he just started putting on the pressure and Trixie crumbled. It's very hard to deal with a slip hook and a good boxing fundamentals. So that's what the Great Mist showed right there. Not much countering, but a truly boxing pressure heavy style.
Yeah, absolutely, Izzy, you're right. Great analysis, big man. That was definitely really good fight. I mean, we've had just sort of one-sided fights this whole night in the first 3 games so far. At the start of this fight, maybe a bit more even than we expected to, I really thought Trixie was going to be the one to shine in this one. Obviously, I did not know Great Miss before this fight. I've heard very little about him, but he seriously impressed me tonight against a top player like Trixie. So yeah, very well done by Great Miss. That was a really good fight, very even back and forth until Great Miss found his openings, started flowing, and put Trixie away in the first round. So it's very nice to see. Yeah, non-stop, really good fights in the yeah. Sorry, Jiri. I just want to say one more thing.
You're good, Ed.
All right,
I'm
man.
lost for words, brother. You can
Thank you,
continue
champ.
talking. I mean,
Thank
my
you, champ.
goodness, huge performance there.
I just want to compare this one to the last week's PS4 tournament. We had really good fights in the PlayStation 4 tournament last week, and you know these are definitely living up and competing with these sort of games here. You know, the
100%.
Xbox guys cannot be counted out. They are just as good as the PlayStation guys, and they're showing that tonight that they can do that with some beautiful performances, beautiful combinations and strike and sequences, which we love to see. But
yeah, I mean, this is what you watch the ESFL for. You get high-level striking. You get high-level commentary. Izzy, the man with the plan. Moving on to our fourth fight in a beautiful tournament. We're going pretty quick here because we've had nothing but finishes. My goodness, who is watching this for free? I might add again, this is for free. Drop us a follow. Turn on that notification bell. I hate sounding like a YouTuber, but my goodness.
Make sure to head kick the like button, guys.
Yeah, head kick that like button, as we just saw a big rear roundhouse finish there from Trick. I mean, goodness gracious. Izzy, the man with the plan. First time on commentary. Absolutely slaughtering the game. How are we feeling about this fourth and final matchup before we hit the semifinals?
Now, this is a fight I really had my eye on because while Blake may be the favorite among, you know, the people, Pablo G, while doing my homework, I noticed he has a beautiful feel for this game's boxing and counters. He can mix it up with boxing alone. You know, he'll have 4 different looks on the feet, and he'll switch them up, and he'll catch you with a slip straight, he'll catch you with a pull elbow, and he'll intercept you, he'll pressure you, he'll, you know, be on the back foot for a bit. This man truly has a you know, complete striking game. Dirty Dave is primarily a wrestler, but he's not a wrestler that's, you know, the usual either I punch to the head or I wrestle. He likes to intercept people coming in. So he's also a guy that's not, you know, completely incompetent. When I know a guy likes to go to the body, I can already tell he knows what he's doing. So this is a good matchup, and me personally, I'm gonna have an eye out for Pablo G during this tournament.
Yep. Very good point there, Ed. Moving on into it, brother. I know you gotta be unbiased as a commentary, but Pablo Grip sure does look good with those big channel point predictions, guys. Make sure we use those channel points. They are for you. This is what we consider chat interaction. Let's go ahead and use those channel points, Ed. How are we feeling about this matchup, brother? We're seeing kickboxer acrobat versus boxer powerhouse. Good archetype mix there.
So, you know, I do value the opinion of my boy Izzy Iswood, the wizard. However, I've got to look at that rivalry record, and I'm seeing that Dirty Dave is actually up on Pablo Grips. I know it's different under the lights, but still, consistency is a big tell in these sort of games. Who usually gets the best of each other? It's pretty close, 7-5 for Dirty Dave, 8-5-9. But yeah, it's pretty close, which means it's going to be evenly matched. We're going to have a good fight. It's not going to be a one-sided dominant beatdown like the last 3 fights we've had. It's going to be a very even barn burner, and especially, you know, in this tournament with all those new dynamic rules, it sort of changes it a little bit. So I'm nowhere in for a good fight.
Very, very good point there, Ed. Yeah, I mean that's the big precursor there. That 7-5 rivalry is. I mean, that might. I've seen a lot of people put a lot of points here on Pablo. Maybe they might be regretting that decision. I don't know. 7-5.
I don't take the blame if they lose the points. I don't take the blame.
Yeah, there you go, Izzy. Yeah, we're gonna move right on into this situation here. This is exactly what it is. It's a situation. It's not a matchup. We're about to see an absolute barn burner.
I'm ready. We're just waiting for these guys to ready up. Waiting for Dirty Dave to stop being so dirty and ready up and get into this fight. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be our final round 1 quarter-final matchup. We've had 3 great fights so far. I'm sure this number 4 is going to live up to the expectations of the last 3. You know, this just seems to be the sort of theme of these tournaments, being absolutely amazing fights. There's not been one boring one tonight, including last week. They've all been good. I think it's a rule set that just stops it from being boring. You have to get the 3 knockdowns to win, so people are going to be more likely to engage to get those knockdowns, rather than if it was just playing for points or there was grappling involved. There'd be a lot of stalling, laying prey, single leg bailing, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, this is straight striking, straight chaos, loads of action. And speaking of loads of action, Dirty Dave has come back. He decided to ready up, and we're going into this final fight, the quarterfinal, is he?
Yeah, I think the tone of this fight is going to be set early. We'll see who will be the guy going forward and see who be the guy, you know, letting his opponent lead the dance. So let's watch out for the first couple exchanges in this first round.
Yeah, here we go. The Kumite Arena always brings the ATX vibe. I love it. Pablo G with a beautiful, great fight. Looks a bit like Izzy in real life, I think.
I think I'm prettier. Anyways.
I agree.
Here it is, starting things off. Pablo G doing a good job pushing the initiative, backs him up to those beautiful ropes there in the Kumite Arena, but not to be discerned, he pushes right back up to him, trying to keep this fight in the middle of the Kumite Arena. Dirty Dave doing a good job with that double jab, as he's going to get a little bit of a trip there with that big calf kick added to the game recently. Yeah, I mean, this fight seems to be at a slower pace, but I mean, things can change so fast. All these ESFL guys are just wonderful at sensing their momentum changing, so we got to keep an eye open for that. Things change. This is the first time we've seen that calf kick really abused almost. He's kind of making a point to utilize that calf kick there.
That combo.
He's out pretty good there. Yeah, big combo there, Ed Parker. Where are we feeling about this, man? I got a good feeling about this one. This one might be a little more technical, it seems like, giving people a little bit of a different look.
Yeah, it's definitely the most even fight we've had so far. I think both guys just come into scrap. One thing Dirty Dave did do was a lead side kick to the body to a rear spinning kick to the body is a combo, which I did not even know existed, I won't lie to you. But yeah, now Dirty Dave attacking the legs. And both guys are trying to attack the legs now, just trying to get even. This is a scrap for sure, man. And yeah, I knew this was going to live up to the expectations. Their stamina is very even. Oh, he's got to be careful though, look at that. One. Oh,
and just as I mentioned, that momentum, he kind of smelled blood in the water, pushed up, smart not to overextend there, a la Cody Garbrandt, and get his jaw rocked there. He kind of smart, saw the momentum change in his position, and said, you know what, I'm going to let this fight come to me. Smart move there, and I'm Dirty Dave. Izzy, the man with the plan, the first time on commentary with 100 people watching, killing it. How are we feeling about our notes here, man? Are these two fighters living up to your expectations?
Me personally, I feel like the size of Dirty Dave is giving Pablo grips problems, since Pablo mostly boxes. The reach advantage is clearly giving him problems getting inside the pocket, while Dirty Dave is utilizing the whole striking arsenal, and that also makes it easier to mix things up. If you just have your hands to mix things up, it's hard to find a pattern that your opponent is not expecting. When you add in, the spinning back kicks, as Dirty Davis has done right there, it's a bit easier to catch your opponent off guard.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Very good point here. Ed, right now, I mean, the high-level striker that you are, we're seeing some very technical work here, as Dirty Dave's the one who's got the rock. What makes you think that this fight's going to go any other way than a Dirty Dave finish? I mean, you never know, but still looking to see him to be in the driver's seat so far in this first round.
The one thing I'm thinking is the slightly lower stamina of Dirty Dave. And when that stamina gets low, it's so easy for it to snowball and you just become gassed out. And that head health of Dirty Dave isn't too peachy either. Although Dirty Dave has got the rock on Pablo grips, Pablo has been landing those shots in those little sequences, and if he can get just a few good shots together, a few good counters, a few good frame traps, a few good combinations, then we can see the tables turn here in the second round, is he?
Exactly. It's a clear, 10-9 for Dirty Dave, but this fight is far from over.
Absolutely.
Very good point. Very, very, very good point. Starting things off here, Dirty Dave kind of keeping the fight in the middle of the octagon, pushing him over to those beautiful Kumite ropes. There's a big leg kick check right there. That does so much damage to the actual attacker. Hopefully that doesn't change the fight too much here. If I'm Dirty Dave, doing a good job, Got to be careful with my stamina. Got to be careful with my block health. But it looks to be going good so far. Pablo has to do a better job, push the initiative, and not whiff on that lead roundhouse kick. I mean, one of those whiffs right there completely changed the complexion of the fight. And did you see that? Was that a rear hook kick to a roundhouse kick? Oh my goodness, guys, this is
I don't even know what I'm seeing
right
right now. I didn't even know most of this existed.
He's showing out. I think he knows the bright lights are on. Hey, I'm gonna show out a little bit. Got to be careful here, not to get a little too predictable.
Wow.
Big spray doesn't do anything with it though. Now Ed, right now I'm seeing Dirty Dave kind of showing out, being a little bit flashy. Is that something that he's might have to dial back on?
I mean, yeah, like, he's ahead in the fight, and these flashy moves are very risky. We saw in the first round that Dirty Dave whiffed one of his big spinning kicks, and Pablo hit him with a nice lead body hook, and his stamina just dwindled, and a few more body shots in there, and that would have been a body rock. So I think he should just stay ahead in the fight. What I like to say is fundamentals before fancy. Get your 1-2 going, get your little teep kicks going, just get the little basic strikes going, get the timing of that before you start throwing the spinning kicks. But with Dirty Dave, in his case, he's just going for the spinning kicks right off the bat. You've seen some really good combinations from him. But that stamina, look at that. Here we go.
And he gets
down.
dropped.
He gets dropped exactly like being overzealous.
2 knockdowns right there.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
The tables have turned.
There it is. The third knockdown. Pablo
Oh
G
my
gets the job
God.
done.
Never mind.
Rear head kick. Wow.
Wow.
See, that's right there, Ed. Look,
Told you,
if
man.
guys
Has to get a few
aren't listening to
combinations
Ed
together,
Parker,
and that's
this guy
it.
knows what he's talking about. Ed Parker, how do you let that slip out of your hands?
Man.
Ed doing exactly what he said not to do.
You know, this is a position I've been in many, many times, and you learn that with hours of gameplay and experience. When you are ahead in the fight, you are ahead in the fight. You've not got to entertain the other person. You know, you've got to realise that if someone's down in the fight, they're going to take more risks to try and, bait out opportunities from you. And that's exactly what Dirty Dave bit into. He should have just taken the rocks, taken the shots that he landed, and put them in his back pocket, and just, rode into the sunset with that. But clearly not. Not tonight. Pablo gripped the beautiful comeback, and that was quick as well. We saw a nice little clinic there from Dirty Dave, cruising into but yeah, pretty quickly the tables turned for Pablo Grips. That was like about a minute or two in game, and not if that, just about a minute in game when the fight was over, man.
That's the thing with this beautiful 8OX stipulation. I mean, the fight can change just like that. Izzy, the man with the plan. Where is your head here, brother? I mean, my goodness, that was a high-level fight there. Turned into a little bit of a slobber knocker at the end, getting the job done there. Izzy, where are we at, brother?
What was interesting was that Dirty Dave was doing all that fancy stuff, ahead on head health, ahead on body health, but he was still up on stamina. He's doing all that fancy stuff, but he's being efficient. So that, I was thinking Dirty Dave is going to win this. But then what happens? Paulo gets a nice clean slip hook moving forward and just steamrolls him from there. He capitalizes. He didn't let Dirty Dave recover, so he captured the fight back. He seized his opportunity. He didn't let it slide. He didn't, take a breath. He took the risk, and 3 knockdowns in a row, just goes to show sometimes, it might be worth it to just, empty the tank and go all out.
Yep, empty the tank. He did there. We're going to move on to our semifinals. We're going to get a good peek at the bracket here. And chat, really want to take a look at chat here for a second. Those are the beautiful ESFL emotes right there. You can see my name. You can see me posting the beautiful emotes there. If you want those to flex on other people's chats and to use for yourself, because, I mean, let's be honest here. You get to get the cool team camps. You get the cool glove there. Ed Parker showing those emotes.
Let's go, boys. Dark. Team Dark.
There it is, Team Dark there.
Dark,
Ed Parker
the
doing
Dons
what he
in
does
Vegas
best.
MMA. Look at that.
Yep, a little self-promotion there. You can't beat that.
Ed Parker
Guys, if you want those beautiful emotes, just subscribe to the channel. We're not asking for a subscription. We're telling you, subscribe. You want those emotes right here. Buckle up, man. We have 80 people in chat. Get to using those channel points. We all love it here. We're going in. We're going to let Izzy take over here. We're going to look and see at this beautiful bracket so far. And again, look how beautiful our designs are. I mean, you're not just coming here for high-level fighting. You're coming here for a high-level production. This is what we give to ESFL. Now, let me ask you this, Izzy. looking at this matchup here, Blake Taylor versus Sit Colt, I believe we're going to go into that one right now after we get a chance to take a look at this beautifully designed bracket. Where are your notes, the man with the plan?
I mean, Blake Tyler is still going to be Blake Tyler, and Slick Cold's still going to be Slick Cold. They both pretty much steamrolled their opponents, and at the end of the day, this is going to be a matchup that will still be close. We didn't really get to see if one guy maybe let the hype get to their head, because Blake Tyler, the whole pressure was on him. He was expected to win, and he still won. That might get to people. Slick Cold had a lot to prove, and he went out and proved it. So these two people have a lot of momentum going, and they both really want this win. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man, this for sure is Blake Tyler, man. I know you're saying not be biased, but personally, Blake Tyler is the guy I'm choosing to win this whole thing. His teammate Suave Jamie won the PS4 tournament, so he's trying to win this back for the Dons camp. And Blake Tyler just being really clean, really safe, just beautiful striking so far in this tournament. But Slick Colt making quick work of the Doctor in the last round is not to be counted out. We're going to go straight into this next fight after we've spoke about the second semi-final. Great Mist versus Pablo Grips. Jiri, what's your opinion on this one, brother?
Hey, Great Mist went out, got the job done in an emphatic fashion. Pablo Grips kind of coming from behind, getting the job done in that second round. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, can you imagine a cooler matchup right there? I know a lot of people put a little bit of money on Dirty Dave. I know a lot of people put a little bit of money on Trixie. Try and count your losses here. Again, guys, let's use those channel point predictions. This is for you guys to do. I got to be honest, man. I kind of like the rally Pablo Grips had there at the end. So I'm going to go with him, in my opinion. I got to be unbiased on commentary, though. I didn't say that. Izzy, where are we thinking right here? The man with the plan, the guy with all the notes in his first time on commentary, absolutely slaughtering the job. Where are we at on that second fight in the beautiful semifinals?
Well, I just want to say, before Izzy talks on it, I want to just make a comment and say this, Pablo Grips versus Great Mist, they're actually campmates. They're from the ICB camp. So yeah, I did not know that. Fair enough. Okay, so this is a bit. These guys have a lot of experience with each other. So Izzy, is this sort of like similar to me and you? Say if we were to play in competition, it would sort of be difficult because we know each other so well. So how is that going to affect these two guys going into the matchup?
Exactly, Aaron. This little piece of information changes everything, because
100%.
While your style your style is designed probably for ranked, facing all sorts of people, so it's more of a, there's general things you like to do. But when it comes to a guy that you've played over and over again, who knows your habits, if you stick to those habits, those habits, your opponent's going to capitalize on them easily. So while we saw forward slip hooking, leg kicking style against Trixie from Great Mist, his teammate may be familiar with that and won't get caught off guard by it like Trixie was caught off guard by it. So this matchup is very, very interesting. We're gonna have to see a different style from both of them.
Yeah, very good point there. A little bit of a Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns action. The question is, who's going to be Usman? Who's going to unfortunately be Burns? As we're moving on to this wonderful matchup here, we're going to get Sit Colt versus Blake Taylor, the overall favorite. Sit Colt doing a very good job, though, getting away early on in his first matchup before we get to the semifinals. Ed, take it away, brother. How are we feeling about it?
So, man, you know where my heart is with this. I got to go with my boy Blake Tyler, long-time buddy of mine. And it's not just that, why I'm saying he's going to win. I know how good this man is on the stand-up aspect of the game. And this is what this is all about. Blake Tyler is an incredible striker. Slick Colt is an incredible grappler. There's no flicking your right stick in this this tournament, my friend. So I think we're going to see a nice, beautiful cruising performance by Blake Tyler. But like I said, I've been proven wrong before. And Slick Colt is not to be counted out, but I think just Blake's going to get it done. He's going to be picking his moments, pot shotting the hell out of Slick Colt. Like I said, I could be wrong. I just know I've fought both guys standing up. I know how good the other guy is. So yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen here. Izzy, What do you reckon, big man?
See, you know, Blake Tyler may be confident in this, but you know, we know he has to be aware at all times of the dangers. You know, this style of
Very true.
play can show, because we've seen just a couple of fights ago. You know, all it takes is one good shot, and that snowball may just start rolling, and you'll get fucking, you know, run over. So
Very, very good point there, Izzy. As we see both of these fighters coming in with the boxer power.
So clean, man.
Yep. They're going to have the big hooks. They're going to have the 4-star boxing combinations. And they're going to have a very disgusting rear uppercut. Let's see if these two employ it. As we're starting things off here, get a good front kick. There's that big hook there for Colt. Blake Taylor's got to be careful not to get a little too cocky in this matchup. You never know, man. That's the thing about this 8OX rule set. One fighter might be the better in a regular MMA match, but 3 knockdowns gets the job done. So we're seeing things start off. We're seeing a good lead hook, rear, straight combination there. Blake Tyler doing what he does best with the big hooks actions, kind of keeping the action in the middle of the octagon. Don't want that fight to go close to that edge. Very interesting. Again, we haven't seen much of the clinch here. None of that wall walking. So, Ed, you're going here big time with Blake Tyler, but it's kind of looking like Slick Colt's doing a good job of dictating the action so far.
Yep, Slick Colt is doing very well. He just pulled that lead hook from Blake there. What Slick is doing really well, he's recognising that Blake is fishing for that slip straight, which maybe he should calm down on a little bit. Yeah, he notices that he's starting with a slip straight, so Slick is just entering with lead hooks, rear hooks as you see, but Blake doing a really good adjustment there, not fishing for it so much. His little pot shots, straight punches, lead hooks to the body, and there we go. It's the first first knockdown there from Blake Tyler. Beautiful right there. With the classic, the Don's combo. I'm going to name it the Don's combo. Jab, lead hook, straight. Beautiful combo. So good. Slip straight from Colt.
Straight though. As he returns a rock, slip straight, ducks under the... Oh,
wow, that could have been it. I thought that was it.
Yeah, that very well could have been it.
That should have knocked him out. I think he moved forward. I think that was a forward moving lead hook, so it didn't. It came out all gassed and slow. Maybe if you'd have thrown a rear one or a stationary lead hook, I'm not too sure. Yeah, the Don's combo again.
That was a lot right there. Izzy seen a lot of block damage over here for Slick Colt. He's got to do a better job. Maybe get the fight closer. Maybe utilize that clinch. Izzy, where are we thinking right now, man? Blake Tyler doing what he does best, dictating the action, using those big hooks. We see a big slip.
Dropped again. That's 2.
Away as we get the second knockdown.
That's 2.
See, what I noticed early was that Slick was, you know, banking on big shots. He ended his combinations with head kicks. He tried to catch Blake, you know, early, but that just, you know, just look at the top right corner. His stamina is very, very low already, and we haven't even finished the first round.
Oh my god. Damn. I just gotta say how aesthetically pleasing Blake Tyler's striking is. I mean,
isn't it beautiful?
I know, man. I see shades of myself in that young man. It's very good. This guy can go toe to toe.
That might be the greatest compliment you could have said right there.
Yeah. And what you said is also the truth there, Ed. I mean, my goodness, we're seeing a very
look at that, man. Just beautiful. And that's it. Flips the bird. Wow, that's a one long ET finger right there. That's an ET length finger right there. Amazing.
Beautiful,
and that's it, right? That's 3. That's a fight done. That's 3. That's it.
That's 3 knockdowns, guys. I hope they understand that. We're gonna get a sign of respect here against the finish. No respect.
He goes out flipping the bird.
Middle finger. Big lead hook knockout right there.
Beautiful.
Blake Taylor doing exactly what he does, getting the job done. Ed Parker giving the biggest compliment you could possibly give, saying there's a little bit of myself in that kid right there. Ed, is this somebody that might give you a little trouble later on down the road? I mean, my goodness, that was a methodical performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is, you know. See what happens later down the line. I mean, he's on PlayStation. We have played before. He's a very good player, and that's all I'll say. It's very fun playing him for sure. You know, kind of getting tagged with your own moves is quite humbling sometimes. Blake's definitely a very good player for sure. Definitely gives me a run for my money. But yeah, I always love to play him. Good friend of mine, and he did what I thought he was going to do. Go out there, you know, just didn't take him very long to work out the time and to make some good reads on Slick Colt there. I mean, just look at that ending sequence at the end of the first round. Nice little combo, like jab, lead hook, straight into the frame trap of the jab, rear hook. I mean, he just knew that was going to land. He knew Slick was going to overcommit and put himself as a frame disadvantage. He capitalized on that beautifully without even thinking and dropped him, flipped the bird, and that was the fight. I mean, cannot praise Blake enough. This guy is, you know, one of the best strikers on the game for sure.
Very, very good point there. Izzy, elite performance there for Blake Taylor. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is elite stuff. Izzy, was this exactly how your notes said it was going to be?
You know, Blake is living up to the hype. You know,
sure,
truly,
man.
you know, he lives up to the hype of his camp and, you know, of himself. He you know, if you're coming in and people are expecting you to win, that might, you know, get the nerves going for some people. But Blake has been, you know, consistently picking his opponents apart, consistently dishing out damage and getting the finishes. This guy truly, you know, may just get the ESFL title.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's kind of hard to argue with that right there, Izzy. I mean, that was just, as I say, I keep harkening back on this, but my goodness, it was that methodical or what? Just doing exactly what he has to do, getting the job done. The quick 3 knockdowns only took him around. I mean, goodness gracious, that's high-level stuff right there. We're moving on, though. Let's see that bracket there. Ed Parker. Good matchup here. We're going to have Pablo G, the comeback kid from that first fight, versus Great Misty, as he tended to get the job done there pretty quick in that first round, but he got the job done nonetheless. Pablo G, again, probably going to be the underdog here as we're seeing in these fight predictions. Pablo G is actually a favorite per chat.
Wow,
67%.
okay.
Great
All
Misty's
right.
35%.
Wow. I mean, that's very surprising. I mean, I think we both know why that's surprising. Jerry, we saw Great Miss put on an absolute clinic, beautiful, dominant performance against someone as good as Trixie. And it's very interesting that Pablo Grips is a favorite when he was losing that fight against Dirty Dave. But he did have a really good comeback, so maybe that's why everyone's betting the house on him. But yeah, very interesting fight here. We're going to try find this. Oh, okay.
That's
found
the comeback kid right there. As again, congratulations, Blake Tyler. My goodness, man, that was just beautiful right there. As we see, the ESFL stream has a total of 100 people in chat. That is a huge, huge milestone there for us, guys.
Incredible,
we
man.
really appreciate everybody coming out, come and sharing your absolute great Friday night with us. We're hoping to give you guys a great viewing experience, hoping to give you guys a little bit of knowledge for this game. And if you're newer to the game and you're watching this, you're in the right place, guys. Get your notepad. You're listening to the greatest strikers, not myself, Ed Parker and Izzy, explain the game to you.
My apprentice, Izzy, my brother, Isward the Wizard, you know.
Yeah, there it is. Izzy the Isward. Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, you're getting a lot of free smoke here. All we ask is for you to drop that follow. Just give us a follow. Turn the notification bell on, as my great friend Ed Parker says. Head kick that notification bell.
Head kick anything. Just launch them. Absolutely, man. And yeah, we've got our first finalist in Blake Tyler from that amazing performance against Slick Colt. We're going to be seeing who's going to join him in the second final of our ATX ESFL Network Tournament modified Muay Thai rule card. Is it going to be Great Mist? Is it going to be Pablo Grips? And we're going to find out now. Another point to add on to the predictions of it's 50-50. Look at that. It's 51-49 to Pablo Grips. It is close, and I'll tell you why it's close. We're going to go to the fight screen now.
See, earlier you were, you know, impressed by a 7-5 lead.
I know, but look at this, 21-6 lead. 21-6.
Exactly.
So I was expecting Mist to come in and be, you know, the big brother of Pablo Grips, but clearly not at all.
Guys,
this is a camp v camp rivalry.
We just had a huge raid here from Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley, let's go, Sean O'Malley. What's up, man?
Us a raid.
Sean O'Malley.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
150. My goodness, the Sugar Show is here.
Undefeated, undisputed,
I mean, my goodness.
bantamweight champion of the world, Sean O'Malley. Let's go, champ.
The future bantamweight champion of
Undefeated.
the world should be the current. I don't think you should have lost that fight. Early stoppage, whatever you want to say. Thank you so much. Taking our chat up to 150. See, guys, this is what I'm saying. I tried to say this earlier. Sean O'Malley sees great gameplay. He shows love. 150 people in the chat. Welcome, Sugar Show fans.
Let's
nice
go.
to have you here. Buckle up. You're listening to two of the best strikers in the ESFL right next to me. Calling your play-by-play, Izzy, the man with the plan, Ed Parker, the GOAT, Tom Brady. Yeah, I mean, my goodness, we really appreciate you, Sean O'Malley. Ed Parker, let's go back to your beautiful breakdown of this fight.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say beautiful, beautiful, deep-bassed British voice, but that's fine as well. Yeah, we got two great players here. You know, the Sugar Show is in town. He is watching. He's yeah. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I'm a bit starstruck. I'm a bit nervous now, to be fair. Anyways, let's just focus on this fight. We got two campmates going head to head. The predictions are 51-49. This is as close as it gets. We're in for a good one for sure. Let's see. Pablo Grips showing their respect. Man, two ICB camp members. Let's see. Here we go now.
Well, Pablo, you know, should better get his comeback started early, because if he lets Great Mist, that great pressure boxer with the slip hook, get ahead early and, you know, snowball off of that, I don't think another comeback is possible. So you better, you know, get his senses straight early, get his defense right, and get his counters going.
Yeah, it's a very good point there, Izzy. Yeah, and right now, guys, we're experiencing a little bit of skipping. We're just going to ignore that as we're seeing two guys just coming out there duking it out. Pablo, good job pushing the initiative. Great Misty's got to be careful not to get caught up in that whirlwind.
Dropped already.
There. Big slip there, though. Drops him down. First knockdown of the fight. Fantastic job. Pablo G whiffs on the head kick. Gets a nice rock to the body there, though. And again, guys, we apologize for the delay.
Drops into the body.
Parcels. It gets the big knockdown. Great Misty dropping him. And look at that body health. It is blinking. It's saying, hey, back up. Please give me a breath here. Misty doing a good job pushing the initiative, saying, hey, look, I smell blood in the water. I'm not waiting this one out. I'm getting the job done. Pushing forward here. 30 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first round. Ed Parker, I know we're experiencing a little bit of delay here as part and parcel when it comes to an online league. What are we thinking here, brother? I mean, this is fast, fast action.
we've not really seen much, but what I can see when it's not been freezing is a lot of pull counter uppercuts. So these guys aren't trying to play technical. They're not trying to sit about. They're just going for it. Both guys finding each other's openings. Both guys probably eating their Big Macs right now with a extra ranch sauce with that McDonald's Wi-Fi, but nonetheless is a good fight to watch from what I can see of it.
He
Drop there as he drops him down with two body hooks. And again, guys,
And that's 2-1.
Body hook drops are so hard to get. Izzy drops him there. What are you thinking now, brother? I mean, hey, that completely changes everything. Pablo,
When
you
you-
come back, kid, no more.
When you're getting dropped to the body, that means your health is gone, which is just generally bad, and your stamina is going to be gone. So this is not looking good for Pablo G early. You know, the few sequences we see, you know, it seems like he's losing some exchanges. You know, other than that, the game looks like it's built on Minecraft or something, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're just going to keep pressing forward. Forget the delays. I mean, everybody here knows it's an online league.
These things
when
happen.
it comes down to the to online play, as we're seeing good performances from both sides. What we can see, good little design there as the screen's kind of. Can we just get a few more pixels, guys? My goodness. As we're dropping here, we got Pablo G trying his best to pull everything around. Big slip hook there.
Slip
uppercut.
Beautiful pull counter
And I
uppercut.
think
Oh,
we
and that's it. Bang.
Just lost it. We're going to go ahead. Let's get over to the bracket, Ed Parker. Let's get over to that bracket. We'll wait for the outcome of that matchup. Guys, I mean, my goodness, from what we all got to see, we saw Pablo G get a little bit pushed off there. Hopefully we get the outcome to that matchup here pretty quick, guys. And again, we really appreciate Sugar Sean O'Malley coming in, dropping and showing us some love. You got to see a little bit of a high-level gameplay there. Pablo G trying his best to pull it together. We're going to go ahead and get that outcome as soon as possible. Izzy, from what we did see, brother, I mean, hey, that's high-level stuff.
You know, at the end of the day, we saw the health bar get lower for Pablo G more than Great Mist, so I'm expecting a win for Great Mist. We didn't really get to see much. It's a bit disappointing because I was really looking forward to that fight. Have two campmates going at it, and you know, it would have been a heck of a surprise to see the guy down 21-6 end up winning in a dominant fashion. So right now we can just speculate, but I think that was a good performance for Great Mist nonetheless. Let's just, you know, next time somebody else should stream.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. We're going to see. Here we go. We've got a Pablo stream. Let's see if this one goes any better.
Yeah, again,
Everyone
guys,
see that?
it is what it is when it comes to the online play. You're going to experience a little bit of disconnection. That is a little unprofessional. We apologize.
It happens though, man. This is an online league. Yeah, some things you can't avoid. It just happens. It's one of those things. But hey, it's a game. We're having fun tonight, and it's fine. We're gonna get through this. We got Pablo's streams up. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better than the last time. And yeah, let's wait for these guys to get back into the lobby. Pablo is going to stream. Lovely stuff.
And I see Great Misty did get the job done there. Pablo G getting finished by Great Misty. We go ahead and congratulations, brother.
I think we are going to restart this though.
Restart it, yeah.
We are going to restart
okay,
this.
We're gonna go to it. Okay, there you go.
So that changes the whole dynamic now. This is very, very interesting. So who won? Did you say?
It looked to me that Great Misty
Great
got
Mist
the job
won.
done,
Okay,
but they
okay.
go into a rematch.
But they're rematching, exactly.
Man, that's gotta hurt there for Great Misty as you see that rivalry, 21-7. Great Misty getting the job done, gonna get that taken away. But hey, guys, this is what it takes to be an ESFL competitor. Get the job done, not once, go get it twice. Fantastic. I love the gut, spunk, and moxie that it takes to say, hey, I beat you one time, I'll get the job done again, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's the confidence he's got to bring going into this this rematch here. I mean, you got to be thinking like what was going on in Pablo Grips' head. He's been given another chance by McDonald's Wi-Fi to try and redeem himself and get into the final against Blake Tyler. But we're gonna see. Is it gonna be revenge or repeat? I don't really know how the last one ended. I don't think anybody does. Only the spirit of Jeff Harrower has any idea how that one ended.
But McDonald's Wi-Fi truly has to force himself to keep his head up. You know, it may be a little bit frustrating to get your win stolen by a circumstance that was not in your control. But at the end of the day, you've got a hungry opponent that's ready to take his win back. You've got to stay focused.
Very, very good point there. And Misty, I do want a 20-piece chicken nuggets barbecue sauces. We're seeing a beautiful start here. Great Misty saying, I beat you one time, I'm going to beat you again. He goes straight for the head there, head hunting. Goes to the body there with that lead hook there. Misty's got to do a good job of just push the initiative. I mean, it looked like he was in complete control of that entire matchup. I'd like to see him continue go on here and try and work that head health down, get that block health down low. Oh, Misty's coming out like a ball of fire, pushing it, getting those big hooks there from the body. We get a pull, uppercut completely,
heavy drop,
and
another one.
Oh my word!
My goodness,
high
we're 2
drama.
minutes in, boys. We're 2 minutes in, and we're seeing this.
Comeback kid. That is what we call him. That is what he is. My goodness, Ed Parker, the greatest striker, some say. What are you seeing here, brother?
Man, I'm just seeing, and that's it.
Oh
wow.
my gosh, big head kick.
That's it, man. We've seen some crazy things in these tournaments, but this is just a crazy story. I mean, we saw Pablo G down and out in that first fight, and he came back to win. And we saw Pablo G actually knocked out in the last fight, but he got a chance to redeem himself, and he got it done in like a minute and a half, which is crazy. I mean, if Great Mist wasn't playing from behind the burger counter in McDonald's, then we would have seen him go into the final against Blake Tyler. However, those internet issues cost him the fight. That's a bit of maybe a bit of karma there to take the tin foil off the top of his router.
Yes. See, in the beginning of the fight, he was getting the slip hooks, like he was hitting him with slip hooks over and over again. He started loving that slip hook so much that at the end of the day, Pablo caught him while he was slip hooking. He pulled and hit him with the uppercut. That rocked him, and then he just snowballed like his first comeback win. So he got a nice counter shot, got his opponent rocked, and finished it shortly after. Blake has to watch out for that. If he gets rocked, Pablo G seems to be a deadly, deadly finisher.
Yeah, very good performance there. Let's go ahead and look at this bracket here at Parker. Blake Taylor, we're going to see Blake Taylor versus... My goodness, this is going to be fantastic matchup. Blake Tyler doing a very good job handling business early on, but Pablo G, the comeback kid, getting the job done, meeting him there in the finals.
Yeah, we've got our 2 finalists. This is what it's all leaded up to. I mean, Blake Tyler's just been seamless, man. You know, he's not looked off in one sequence tonight. His timing's on point. He's looking very, very sharp, very, very slick, very clean. And Pablo Grips, we've seen him face adversity tonight, but we've seen him overcome that time and time again. But what is really interesting about this one is the rivalry record. I know we've had some interesting rivalry records in this tournament, but this one is making me go, okay, what could this one do? Izzy, I know what you're thinking. How about you, man? Like, what do you think? This is a best of 3 finals, by the way, just in case you didn't know. So first 2 wins, and that's going to be it. It's not just one fight, it's a best of 3, which makes it even more interesting. Izzy, I know you see the number of fights these guys have. We're going to just jump straight into it. It's the final of the second ATX tournament on the Xbox side. Here we go.
See, when it comes to a best of 3, you may think that the guy that has had the more consistent performances in Blake Tyler have the advantage right there. You know, what scrambles this whole concept up again is that Pablo G has been consistently getting his comeback wins. You know, he's been dropping people left and right after a single rock, so Blake truly cannot,
though, Izzy,
find comfort during this fight. He'll have to stay attentive all fight long.
Absolutely, man. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Pablo G's been getting his comeback wins on people who have been overextending and giving themselves giving their opponent openings. Blake will not do that. Blake is too much of a clever boy to be whiffing hooks, whiffing uppercuts, whiffing head kicks. Blake is in the final. He's clean, he's slick, he's smart, he's sneaky, and he's going to be looking to bring this home for the Dons. It's going to be a tough one for Pablo, I think. Like I said, I've got to go with my boy Blake Tyler on this one. This is the best of 3 final, so whoever wins the first one, it gives room to make adjustments. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's check the predictions first. Oh, I'm not seeing no predictions at the moment, but I have a pretty good guess of what it could be. Jiri, what's your thoughts on this final, man?
Look, man, both of these guys have had a total of 171 separate fights.
Wow, you're good at maths.
To know each other very well. Very, very interesting there. Man, Blake Tyler's looked like a ball of fire, hasn't he, though?
Man, he has. A nice little strong start there from Blake Tyler. And we're seeing something we didn't see before from Pablo G. We're seeing some feints. It's nice to see him making adjustments. Moving his head. Very interesting. Very. It's a bit like you, Izzy, mate.
What do you think that meant right there? Is he calling Blake a bobblehead, or is he just trolling in general, Pablo G? That quick movement of his head.
Both guys know each other. Maybe they got some secret code or something like that. Yeah, both guys know each other very well.
And it looks like we do have the channel point predictions. The bets are open before this fight continues on anymore. Go ahead and put those in, chat.
Let's do it.
You know, Blake has been working his teeps this fight. Don't think I remember him, really focusing on his teeps fights before that. Maybe that's a habit he sees in Pablo G, where he just comes forward and
clinch there.
Blake is able to get him with a teep over and over again.
And again, guys, this is a best of 3, so these 2 fighters both have 171 separate fights. We're going to get to see perhaps 3 more, as we see Pablo G doing a good job as he gets pieced up right there as I say that. Blake Tyler doing what he does best, handling business and looking good doing it. Ed Parker, you're a great striker in your own right.
Thank you very much. You said that a lot tonight.
Yeah. No, I gotta say it. This is what a Muay Thai contest is. It's striking nonetheless. You say you see a little bit, and we see a good feint there. That rear straight, feint the lead hook, going into another big straight there. Pablo G throwing quite a few head kicks there, though, to start things off.
Well, generally you expect, high-level fighters to set their, big shots up. So when you just, blast a big shot out there, that might catch people off guard, and it's not too, rare to catch somebody that's high-level slipping into a big head kick.
Very, very good point there. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful, though, throwing that big roundhouse kick. I've seen it a couple times now. All it takes is one. That vulnerability is just out of the roof there. Pablo G doing a really good job throwing some hooks there. Got to be careful not to get slipped. There it is, the big roundhouse
Wow,
kick. It's the
beautiful.
rock.
Lands that there.
Yeah, Blake Tyler doing a good job of easing the storm and using that slip straight to his advantage. And I'm seeing Pablo G's head health being a little bit better than Blake Tyler's, so that's very interesting. But Pablo G, of course, stamina difference is astronomical almost in the first round. Blake Tyler perhaps playing the long game, working the body, working that stamina.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that I can just see straight from the start. It's going to be a head health versus stamina and body health battle, I think. You know, Pablo is finding a home for some of these shots, though, and Blake Tyler's head health looking about 75%, if that, going into this second round. Yeah, a little bit of a recovery going into round 2, but it's not going to be huge. And if I had a message for Blake, it would just be, listen, big man, slow down. Use those body sweeps, use those side kicks. Straight to the body, jab to the body, single shots there. Look for your counters. You've got 5 rounds. There's no need to just entertain a firefight, which is what Pablo wants. He's going to be fishing for that to lean back, pull up a car. Go on.
If I had a little message for Pablo, I would say every time Blake is rocked, he seems to be going for that slip straight.
Lead hook,
while
right?
rocked. So exactly, a lead hook
or a
might
head
actually
kick.
just finish the job.
Yep.
Very, very good point there from the man with the plan, Izzy, first time on commentary, doing a fantastic job. As we're seeing Pablo G push the initiative a little bit, but Blake Tyler using that, what I like to call soft pressure. Not quite in your face, but just enough that you know you got to be careful pressing forward. Doing a really good job working the body. Pablo G, though, the comeback kid, man, is doing very, very good damage to his head. And if I'm Blake Tyler, for as good as I've been in this tournament, I got to be careful. I'm trying to gas him a little bit, work that body. But remember, it's a 3 knockdown rule set. We've already seen 1 rock, so you never really know when it comes to that. We saw Suave Jamie have a little bit of a problem there, losing one of his best of 3 in the finals because he was using that body rocking initiative, and eventually it caught up to him. Got 3 drops, and the fight was over. Of course, he came back, got the job done, but you never know. That's the hard part about this rule set. Izzy, the man with the plan. Where are we looking at right here is we're seeing more body work from Blake Tyler.
Blake's getting in this flow, man. Blake's getting this flow. Blake's getting this flow.
Especially with a 5-round fight, I'd rather give up some head health in exchange for stamina, because at the end of the day, we've seen all it takes is one big rally to finish the job. And as you know, Blake rocks, grips, Pablo grips right here. We see this huge rally that, you know, he might just, you know, finish this fight right here. So I'd rather have the stamina and be able to keep the pressure on than have a little bit of a head health advantage. So if I'm a fan of Blake Tyler, I feel quite confident during this first fight.
Very good point, Ed. We see Pablo G getting knocked down for the first time, 3 knockdown rule set. Ed, is this driver's seat city for Blake Tyler right here?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it would be silly for me to just assume that, and it's it. We've seen Pablo Grips come back from worse than this. He's been actually knocked out, and he's come back to win. He's been KO'd. He's come back to win a fight, so anything can happen, man. Blake using the clinch, very smart right there from Blake. You know, he's got a good stamina advantage. He's got the knockdown. Why not play it safe a little bit? Right in the clinch, land a few knees, a few elbows, good few punches. Nice, solid, very smart from Blake. Look at that head health and body health from Pablo. I mean, this is just looking like Blake Tyler City right now.
There's that big stamina problem right there, Izzy. I saw him go for the 1-2 head kick, rear roundhouse kick, and he just dropped all his stamina, losing most of that power. Izzy, Blake Tyler doing a good job forcing the action here.
Yeah, Pablo was banking on Blake biting on the 1-2, expecting a hook after, so he would pull. And while he would pull, the head kick could catch him. So it seems to me that Pablo G is realizing he needs a big shot, so he's taking these chances with his 1-2 head kicks, which generally at this stage of the fight aren't too effective. You know, this man realizes he needs to take chances.
He's doing a flurry right there. Blake Tyler was getting that head health down to just a centimeter of health there. Blake Tyler absolutely dominant so far up to this point, but again, like Ed said, Pablo G, comeback kid, might be able to get something going. He has enough stamina to throw off a big flurry,
and Blake has low enough head health.
Man, That was so cool right there. Beautiful slip straight by Pablo. Rocks Blake. Blake does a great job avoiding that with the duck of the hook. And that might have just been Pablo's last hurrah there. The stamina is doing... Oh, he rocks him again. Oh, man. Blake's so good at surviving. Look at that. Just the one little straight he needs to slip. One straight he needs to duck. That's keeping him out of trouble. Very high level composure right there from Blake Tyler, as well as the combinations. He's still got to be careful though. That's a reminder there. He can take a few rocks, that's fine. It's some knockdowns he wants to avoid. And those little rocks right there are just reminders to stay on his bike. Oh my god, man.
With the one to head kick.
Look at that. Head kick drops him. And he needs to be careful now. That stamina is low. That stamina is low. He needs to cruise. He's not in any rush. He's fine. He needs to just relax and chill. He's got this fight in the bag. He's got 2 more rounds after this one. He's got 2.5 rounds. And Pablo's near enough gassed. Stay on your bike. Stay on your bike, Blake. Oh my god.
Oh, he's down. He drops him again.
He's down.
That's 2.
Was that the third
Oh my
one?
god, that's 2. That is 2. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Look at
he
this.
gets
What a
caught.
fight.
Oh, he gets dropped.
And that's
2-2
it, right?
here.
That's it. Is it not?
No, it's 2-2.
Oh, it's 2-2. Oh my god, this is so tense
2-2
right here. Oh
This
man,
could
the
go
stamina's out the window.
way.
Blake's got to be careful right now. He's got the stamina advantage. Pablo is gassed, but it's not about that. It just takes one, man. It just takes one. That's all they need. One shot out of
One
nowhere.
full counter.
The tracking that lead
Oh,
hook.
that was close.
Jeff Harrower. The tracking on that lead hook right there. Incredible. Amazing.
Both of these
It's
guys
so
gotta be
intense, man.
careful. Both
It's so
playing
intense.
kind of slow.
I'm scared.
If I'm Blake, I'm keeping this man into another
Yeah,
dimension.
I'm running off.
There
I'm
it was
push
right
leg
there,
kicking
as
this guy.
Izzy said.
Another one, perfect. Pablo can get a nice sidestep hook, and it may just be over like that. So don't get too happy on them teeps as well.
Yep, I see Bulldog in the chat as well. You know, shout out to Bulldog. If I was Pablo G, I'd fake love touch him in this 3rd round with a beautiful timed front kick on the chin.
Oh, it may be over.
Here we go. This might be over.
Pablo G can take a load of damage. I mean, my goodness, if he finds a way to survive and hopefully that big recovery boost, I mean, my goodness, this kid, I mean, he's just showing that, hey, I'm here, I'm still here, there's nothing you could do to put me out. He looks like he might be able to survive. He does. He's going to get the recovery. He's going to get the stamina. This could go either way.
This is incredible, man. This is it. I don't know. I mean,
the anticipation right here.
stamina doesn't
the
matter right now,
intensity.
does it? It's as intense. Stamina does not matter. It takes one slip, one wrong move to get knocked down when the head health is this low, man.
One pull uppercut, one pull elbow.
Yep.
It's just find a good counter and it's over.
Yep, that's it. It's basically like knockout mode,
He gets
sort
a
of.
big
Oh, here we
whop
go.
there,
This could be it.
slips
Let's
under the
go.
hook.
Blake's got to be careful, man. Even when he's got this much stamina advantage, it takes
Yeah.
one like slip hook, one slip straight, and that's it. Both guys got to be so careful right now.
He gets slipped straight. There
Oh.
it is. He's gonna go all out. He gets
And that's it. Pablo Grips winning the first fight. Oh my god.
Pablo Grips does it again.
And there
Wow.
it is, Pablo G, the comeback kid. You could taste the anticipation both of these fighters have, and that's one of those moments you put the controller down, your hand's shaking, you go and grab you a little drink of water. I mean, my goodness, how do you keep the water in the cup? Beautiful performance there. Pablo G, the comeback kid, getting the job done. That is unbelievable. Guys, this is a best of 3 operation here. So Blake Tyler's going to have a chance to come back and get the job done, but my goodness, Ed Parker, hey, can you believe that? I'm almost lost for words.
Man, no, I cannot believe that. I mean, what can I say? Pablo Grips is the comeback king. It's just the story of this thing. Now, is he going to finish that off in this second fight, or is Blake going to come back? We're going to see. I know the adjustment Blake needs to make. Izzy, I know you've seen it. He's just got to keep teeping. Just keep
Exactly.
teeping. Just keep teeping, man. If in doubt, teep it out. That's all I've got to say. I mean, we
See,
saw the
Blake
stamina
was
go
ahead
down
once.
beautifully. Yeah, he had the stamina down beautifully and the body health down beautifully. He just made himself too open to get shot. He was too willing to go into a firefight, and that's what he needs to not do. He needs to just be a coward. Just run off. It's fine, man.
Yes.
Just run off. There's
Blake
no
saw
shame in
blood.
that.
Blake saw blood, so
Yep.
that's why he was coming forward. He was coming forward, but that when your head health is that low, that just leaves you up for one. And all it takes is one counter. Like
Pablo, man. Insane.
it's going to be hard to hold yourself back, but I think that was needed.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got sharp now. I mean, Pablo Grips knocked out my boy, who I thought was going to win this whole thing. There's still time for Blake to come back. But yeah, let's see if Blake can make the adjustment now. Keep teeping, work that body, stay out of trouble. We'll see what approach he's going to take now. Pablo Grips, look at that head health coming already, chipping away. We're 20 seconds in, already chipping away. He's coming up close this time, Pablo Grips. Nice, beautiful teep. He's listening to us. What a war.
Hits him with the uppercut on the break. Pablo not able to deny that. Nice straight uppercut. Catching him with a hook straight
Blake's
head
rocked.
kick. He's putting on the pressure.
Blake's got to stay out of trouble. Look at that stamina coming down already. Just keep teeping. Pablo not stopping, working the legs. Beautiful combos. He's a creative fighter goat. What can I say? Just landing shots at will right now. Blake just needs to move out of the way if he's going to win this tournament. I mean, that head
Nice
was low already, man.
See, Blake usually likes his body counters.
He does,
I
man. We're
wonder
not seeing much
what
of
is
that, are we?
making him not go for him.
Very Ed Parker, Izzy Easy-esque body counters. You know, he seemed like he lets a slip body uppercuts, but we're not seeing that at all.
Oh, Dukes!
Man.
As you said that, he goes, ducks underneath the rear roundhouse, goes right for a huge body uppercut, getting a rock there.
Wow, that's stamina, man. This is too intense. It's going to be a stamina versus health battle once again. Blake just needs to do that adjustment and stay out of trouble.
Izzy, the man with the plan, as we've seen Pablo G. Stamina doesn't matter. Head health doesn't matter. Nothing matters to this animal, the comeback kid. If I'm Blake Tyler, is that a little bit disheartening, that first loss right there?
It truly is, but that might just, keep him in check this fight. He has to realize that the 3 knockdown rule, no matter if your stamina is up, you're up on the scorecards. If you get dropped 3 times, it is over. So this time, I'm sure we'll see a little bit more patient Blake when he gets ahead.
There we go. We're seeing
so
that.
At the end of the day,
man.
he still needs to get the better of the exchanges, which is a hard thing to do against such a phenomenal striker in Pablo G.
Yeah, for sure,
is
Izzy.
there. Ed Parker, what are you thinking so far? This matchup right here, we see 2 fighters kind of holding the sticks a little bit close to their belly here. Got to be careful.
So I'm seeing exactly what I wanted to see from Blake. A bit less willingness to go in a firefight, a bit more composure, and more focus on the bodywork. You're seeing the singular straights, lead body hooks, the teeps, what I really love to see. Pablo G is doing a good job and not, completely blown his load in the first round. He's conserving that stamina. He recognizes that he is whiffing. Blake is draining that stamina, but he doesn't care. He's staying composed. He's not trying to waste stamina. He's just looking for his moment. See him go for a little slip hook there. Maybe he's just getting a bit desperate, running out of openings. But that just means nothing. Completely irrelevant. Pablo G is a comeback king. End of story. No technicalities involved.
Yep, very good point there. Elite commentary from an elite striker himself as we're going into the second round. I think probably Blake Tyler did a little more damage, as we're going to go ahead and give that round to him. And look at the stamina. Blake Tyler with a nice, pretty, full yellow bar. Pablo G dealing with a little bit, maybe about 20% stamina tax there. So we're going to see how this works out. I like Pablo G right here saying, hey, look, come into my world. Probably trying to bait Blake Tyler into a big firefight like Ed had mentioned. Is he going for a slip hook there? Meets a big knee to the body. Right here, if I'm Pablo G, I'm probably trying to do a little bit something different here. Maybe kind of go into a clinch work, kind of pushing back to the cage. But he's really hanging on that big rear roundhouse kick. Izzy, man with a plan. First time on commentary. 115 people in chat. Really appreciate everybody coming here and spending your Friday night with us. Izzy, where are we at right here, brother?
I think Blake would really benefit from a straight rear body kick, especially in the southpaw versus orthodox stance. That kick does a lot of damage, and when Pablo G comes in with his combination and starts retreating while having low stamina, that straight rear body kick, not only does major damage to the health and the stamina, it also opens up the head kick. So I think Blake would greatly benefit from that.
I definitely agree, Izzy, man. Very good opening that you just saw there for Blake Tyler. But I think Blake's just trying to play it safe, just do the teeps, do what he's good at. Look at that stamina control there. Very smart. Wow, look at that. Clinch gets a
Body's
cage.
flashing.
His body's flashing. Can he get out though? Very smart, man. Very smart move right there from Blake. And yeah, this is very more mature, composed performance right now from Blake. The head health is looking peachy. The stamina just above 50% for Pablo G. Nice teeps. Body's flashing in the second round. This is really good for Blake.
Yeah, I can't agree more there. Blake Tyler showing why he is the favorite in this tournament, doing a very good job. Very John Jones-esque performance, playing pity-pat, keeping him away, and then exploding when he needs to. I'd like to see Blake Tyler continue on with the strategy. If I'm Pablo G, it's not working for you right now, brother. But again, comeback kid, he's always got a plan B, a plan C, and a plan D. So you never know with this. If you're Blake Tyler, you got to keep on your toes, not get into a firefight right here, because Pablo G is definitely trying to bait him into one. That is for sure.
What's interesting with these calves is that even though their body kicks and head kicks are lower level than the usual Funhouse fighters we would have in a normal setting, they are harder to block because you can barely tell the difference between a head kick and a body kick because of the way the animation starts. So that's why we may see Pablo G, land these head kicks he has on Blake Tyler more often than we would expect normally.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with that more. I mean, that's the thing. That's why the calf tournaments are so just out there, man. You never really know Blake Tyler going into an orthodox or a southpaw stance. We're going to see if he continues to go back into that. Maybe showing something a little bit different. But yeah, as you were saying, Izzy, the whole calf tournament style, both of these fighters had to have spent a little bit of time game planning on that and figuring something out. And something that Pablo G has been kind of doing silently caused Blake Tyler to switch stance right there. He's been working that calf pretty good. Let's see. I'm sure an elite striker like Blake Tyler doesn't have any problem switching.
Wow, man. That beautiful body work by Blake Tyler. I would love to see it. Just landing single shots, rolling under the hook of Pablo G. Really appetizing, really aesthetically pleasing, as I've said many times. Blake had the opportunity to fire off that teep there after he denied the trip from Pablo G. Jab, lead hook to the body. Every single punch he lands now is flashing the body. He's got to stay calm, stay composed, not do the mistakes that he did in the first fight, which was smell blood and go for it. A bit like Bruce, the shark from Finding Nemo. He smells blood and he goes, "We're having fish tonight." It's a bit what Blake did in the first fight. Blake staying calm with his teeps. Love to see it. Just saying that, the Combat King.
Ducks onto the very important slips on Ducks right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Pablo G. He's shown, hey, it doesn't matter where my stamina is. It doesn't matter where my health is. I'm going to come at you. I'm showing you the same look. Do something about it. As he gets a big rock there. Perhaps making Blake Tyler think a little bit different about his strategy, but I don't think so. I think he needs to just continue what he's doing and see if Blake Tyler can pull this one away like he has been.
See, that got Blake a little bit frustrated. You can tell he's coming forward a lot more now than he was before. Before he had Pablo's body health flashing, which just teeps alone already, but he still, took his time and stayed patient. That one little, rock that Pablo got Blake frustrated enough to then, decide to get it back. He really wants to get it back. So that's why we saw him come forward a bit, early after that. But it seemed like he's found his composure again, and he's picking his shots like he was in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, very Ed Parker-esque with that body work, getting it down to blinking at normal health there. If I'm Pablo G right here, I got to figure something out fast because that body health is dwindling.
Yeah, man, that body health is dwindling. Just saw that right there. What can I say? Really good right there. Beautiful teeps, what I like to see. He's not forcing the pressure. He's just letting it come to him. When you... Oh my goodness, Blake. That is lovely, mate. That is lovely. What can I say? Just well done. Very well done, mate. Yeah. Blake just getting in his flow right now, looking really clean. Changed to the orthodox stance. I think it's just a matter of time now before that body gets rocked and that head follows. Like I said, Pablo G is a comeback king, but when you're in this bad shape against such a good striker, when the health isn't even that low, it's going to take a miracle to come back. But yeah, very good adjustment from Blake.
He did order. Pablo G has got one in his back pocket, that is for sure. Blake Tyler seemed to have been coasting to victory up to this point. Ed, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe we've had any knockdowns. Is Blake Tyler had one, correct?
God, mate. I'm not sure.
I believe Blake Tyler had a knockdown.
I'm just so looking at his body health right now.
Yeah, I mean it's grotesque almost. Blake Tyler just doing a Anderson Silva role play here as he's doing a good job just keeping the fight at distance, but in his direction that he wants it. Got to be careful there. Blake Tyler going for the clinch attempt. Pablo G wants it to be close. Izzy, if you're Blake Tyler, do you just continue what you're doing, or do you maybe try and incorporate a little bit of clinch?
A clinch would work, but I don't think it's that needed because there's still dangers, in the clinch. Blake's head health isn't the best as well, so the little shots the sub fighter gets while being clinched may still give him a little rock, and as we know, one rock may just be enough for Pablo G to finish the fight. So what he's doing right now, he's jabbing him, he's teeping him. That may be the best course of action.
Yeah, 100%. Just stay calm, stay composed. Don't look for the finish. He's cruising right now. He could just go for a decision if he really wanted to. That rear head kick has landed about 5-6 times in a row for Pablo G. It's just the fact he's not got enough stamina to keep the power going throughout the combo. And yeah, nice composure though from Pablo G. I thought he would have just gone for the kill, but no, he's just stayed strike for strike with Blake. But it's so hard to do that, and Blake's just picking him apart right now. So good.
And that's what you get from a Blake Tyler performance, though, Izzy. I mean, Pablo G obviously trying to lean on that rear roundhouse kick to maybe get a rock. So we see the first takedown attempt. Interesting there. Yeah. Oh, gets a big body rock with a teep there. Izzy, is he going for the kill here? Do you?
And he's down.
Pour it on right now because Pablo G is badly hurt. He has very low stamina. I don't think it hurts to put on a little bit of pressure, but he's doing it smartly. You can tell. Blake, got that last loss, imprinted into his head. He doesn't want to repeat that same mistake, and he's taking his time, and it's paying off, as we can see.
Oh, there's that straight lead body kick, rear body kick he was talking about, is he?
Yeah, it's a very high damage shot, and Blake decided to only go for it when he's safe, when he has Pablo rocked. So Blake is doing a great job at being careful right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is
body rock there, beautiful.
There it is, the third knockdown.
There we go, that's all she wrote. Is it? No, that was 2. I thought that was 3.
That was 2 then. There it is. Yeah, so Pablo G, Comeback Kid, has a very strong... Oh, nope, there it went.
Nope.
Ooh, Blake Tyler saying, don't even give you a chance to show your respect. I'm getting this job done. Big rear hook to get the knockout there.
And that's it. Didn't need a third knockdown. Straight into it. We're 1-1 and now in the final of the second ATX tournament. Blake Tyler coming through with a knockout in that one, man. This gets even more tense. What a beautiful adjustment though from Blake Tyler in that fight. In the first one he was a bit overzealous, got himself in a firefight, and when the stamina of Pablo was too low, it just wasn't enough. Blake to tip it over the edge, and now
very good point.
Blake was just a bit more cautious when it came to the exchanges, kept on his teeps, kept on his body work, and he came through with a win. A very nice win. Came late in the fight, but better late than never. Fair play to Blake, and let's see what Pablo can do now. How is he going to adjust to this, is he?
Pablo did utilize a new weapon this last fight. He made Blake switch stances mid-fight because of his calf kick, so I wonder if Pablo is going to decide to go for them earlier this time around, because he didn't invest to the body. It's not stupid to invest into another part of your opponent other than the head. So I'm looking forward to see if Pablo is going to implement a nice, Prioxa style leg kick.
I would like to see that.
Plan, calling it out like he sees it, and a big thank you to Boiler 569 with the 2 gifted subs there.
Hey, let's go Boiler, big man.
If you want these sick emotes like Boiler is showing in the chat, like ESFL Gaming has shown in the chat, go ahead, drop us a subscription. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us improve the channel, and it helps everybody improve themselves moving into this big matchup here. Like you see a big drop so far, very early there. Blake Tyler coming out, being a little aggressive there. Pablo G's got to do a good job of pushing the initiative, changing the direction of this fight. He's saying, hey, look, I know I got picked apart that second fight. I got to do a better job taking initiative and pushing. Now, Ed Parker, I'm going to let you take this away right there as we get a big whiff there for Pablo G.
Yeah, a bit of a quick start, but I'm seeing already Blake doing exactly what he did in the second fight. Just staying calm and picking apart Pablo's body. And what I've seen Pablo do earlier in this fight is go for that rear head kick combo that he's landed on Blake consistently. And that could be his key to victory in this one. Remember, it's just 3 knockdowns, that's all they need. 3 knockdowns. Blake going for the clinch a bit more in this fight. Beautiful rear body hook. I know he's got Suave Jamie and all of his boys in his corner coaching him through this fight, telling him to keep on the body and stay composed. And man, Blake is just looking strong in this one.
You know, Paulo has tried to get his leg kick going a couple of times during this, quick 2 minutes, but Blake is capitalizing on that. Blake is hitting him with the straight. Blake is making Pablo rethink going to the legs. Now, if your plan is to damage the legs, but it doesn't work out, and last 2 fights didn't really go so well when you went only to the head, I wonder what Pablo is going to try and adjust. Is he going to just try and time his legs differently, which is a very hard thing to do, or is he going to try a complete new approach all the way?
Yeah, I'm sure Pablo G is going to try to avoid fighting from the grave and doing a better job of conserving stamina, conserving that head health, because Pablo G just, physically can't afford to fight from behind every fight like he has been.
Man, what a combo by Blake.
Yeah, that was
Beautiful, man. I'm just loving the teeps. The teep is just my favourite strike in the game. It's such a demeaning little belittling strike. And there's a head kick in from Pablo. Slip hook.
Oh, slip hook.
Man, what a fight. Blake's got to be careful. That should be a reminder there for Blake. Knowing that he's
low stamina though. Smart, catches the leg, but doesn't let it go, waits for stamina to come back, and then lets it go.
Pablo G doing a very good flurry of round strikes there, bringing that block health and that head health down. Nearly got the rock, but didn't, unfortunately. So far what I'm seeing, though, Pablo G's having a little bit better stamina management and not avoiding the crazy body damage there. So I'd like to see him incorporate that as we move slowly into the second round. 19 seconds left. Blake Tyler seems to be firmly in the driver's seat still, though. Pablo G doing a little bit more pressure boxing, which is smart.
Yep, cannot be counted out though, Pablo G. Blake needs to stay humble, stay on his bike, keep teeping. Just keep teeping and it will be fine.
Is he
I
a
feel
man
like
with the plan?
Pablo...
Do you go right back to the pressure boxing if you're Pablo G, or do you try and incorporate some other kind of style?
Me personally, I feel Pablo G is being too inefficient with his shot selection. It shouldn't be quantity over quality. If you keep on going like this, you're gonna gas out again, and that's not a comfortable position to be in at all. So if I'm Pablo G, I'm trying to be more efficient with my shots, not really go for those 1-2 head kicks when your stamina is a bit low already, because that there you go.
Beautiful.
Because that might just happen.
Yeah, that completely changes the whole complexion of the fight. Pablo G seemed to be leaning on that 1-2 head kick too much. Blake Tyler sniffed it out there, ducked underneath, got the big lead hook, got the first drop of the fight. Blake Tyler up by 1 drop again, guys. For people who are just tuning in, it is a 3 knockdown rule. The 3rd knockdown happens, somebody's got to pray and get knocked out. As we see Pablo G, for Pablo G, what do you do here, though? I'm not going to sit here and get picked apart by Blake Tyler again.
Exactly, man. If it's such a difficult position to be in when you're down against someone who's so patient and is not going to give you those openings. You've got to overcommit yourself to find the openings if you don't know how to get them yourself. And that's what Pablo G is having a hard time doing right now. But he's staying composed. Look at that. Looking for the slip. Staying stationary with his footwork. Trying to catch Blake coming in. Blake's just so composed, man. Look at that little teep to the body. Pushes Pablo down. This could be it. This could be the beginning and the end right now. Second round, Blake is ahead. Blake is on the verge of bringing this home for the Dons. Pablo Grips is trying to find a way to win here.
Agree with this, but I'm also seeing Pablo G doing a pretty solid job of pushing pressure and trying to get Tyler's to the back of the cage in this beautiful Kumite arena. Is that the go-to maneuver, or do you think maybe just incorporate some other kind of style?
I mean, right now, where we're at right now, low head health, low stamina. Pablo G. Oh,
And
after all
that's
that,
it.
it's over.
GG.
Wow, there it is.
It's over. Just
Elite.
like that.
Elite.
Amazing.
I mean,
Cannot
Pablo.
believe that.
Wow.
Go ahead, Edward.
Incredible, man. Like, what can I say?
Yeah.
Blake Tyler, mate. He's one fight down. He stayed composed, stayed calm, and he brought it home. I mean, if that's not elite level adjustments right there, then I don't know what is. Yeah, well done, Blake Tyler. Congratulations, big man. Well deserved. Beautiful.
Yeah, big congratulations there. Blake Tyler, like you said, Ed Parker, coming back from the dead almost. He might have been controlling that first fight, got it finished, and he finishes him back 2 fights in a row. I mean, ESFL Gaming, the Muay Thai experience, 8OX, the 8 limbs of striking. This is exactly what we bring to you guys. We bring you high-level stuff, high-level anticipation, and this is exactly how we love to show the fans that we love them. Congratulations, Blake Tyler, again. You did exactly what you had to do, got the job done. We really appreciate everybody stopping in. Ed Parker, do you have any thoughts on that beautiful finish there? Doing a good job of getting that big rear hook finish.
Yeah, man, that was a beautiful capitalization of a mistake made by Pablo G. When you're down and out, Pablo G, you can't go strike for strike with that low stamina. When you're not confident you can get the openings, you're getting picked apart, your brain's getting frazzled. You got to start taking big risks, and that is what the teeps, the single pot shots, the little slips without a counter from Blake Tyler were doing to the head of Pablo G. And we saw that. We saw Pablo G overcommit once, bang, lead hook to the head, out cold. Blake Tyler brings it home. Beautiful, just picture perfect right there. Teeps bring home the belts, boys. I'm telling you.
And
Blake,
Izzy, the man with the plan, that was your favorite to take it home. You did a good job with your notes here today, brother. Final thoughts on that beautiful performance.
I mean, Blake just showed the class he is at. The man has been dominant start to finish. He had one little hiccup, getting caught in a fight that he was winning, but he just showed he dominated the competition, showed the class difference, and not against washed up guys. These are true high level strikers. Blake just showed he's at a different level. So the guys over on the MMA side are gonna have to watch out for this man. If he has a grappling bone in his body, he might just be the up and comer to get that ESFL strap as well.
Very beautiful point there. And guys, we really appreciate everybody spending your Friday night over here at the 8OX Muay Thai Tournament 2. This was the Xbox side. We're going to come right back at you again with a wonderful setup here. We really appreciate everybody coming out again. Tune in Saturday and Sunday. We've got great cards coming your way. A lot of action packed on those. We're going to get to see a little bit of grappling. And Ed, Izzy, really appreciate you guys doing this with me, man. You did a wonderful job.
Likewise, my friend. Likewise, man. Yeah, Jiri, you're doing a great job as always. Izzy, his commentary debut for the ESFL, you did beautifully, man. You did beautifully. I hope to be back in the booth with both of you guys very soon. Seriously, man, it's been great fun. Thanks to everyone in the chat.
And one more time, tune in tomorrow for the ESFL PlayStation Belt. Come out here, get your ESFL and your UFC 4 knowledge up, and we really appreciate it.
All right, peace out, guys. Well done to Blake one last time, bringing it home for the Dons. The Dons are 2-0 in these 8OX tournaments. So yeah, incredible stuff. But yeah, tune in tomorrow and Sunday for the ESFL. Take care, boys.
Take care.